understanding the options montage in FactSet. Now that you have an understanding of what call and put options are, let's see how you can utilize that knowledge to create daily valuable insights for your clients using the options montage. This is what the options montage will look like once you add it to the options tab in your FactSet. The call options are on the left side of the screen, while the put options are on the right side of your screen. You will also notice that there is a light blue highlight on nearly half the options contracts in each expiration month for both calls and puts. The highlight signifies that those specific contracts are in the money, which means that they have already crossed their strike price and can be redeemed if the investor wishes. In the money options also typically have a higher premium to purchase. The most important aspects to discuss in your update with a client of their options trading is 1. If there is high volume in the cumulative volume section or CVOL of either the puts or calls. The CVOL section lists the number of times those contracts were sold in today's trading session thus far. Note for your client if there is more contracts trading in the near or long-term contracts and at what price point. Calls are generally viewed as bullish and puts are generally viewed as bearish expectation activity. In the example, near-term options are the ones that will expire by the end of July and are witnessing nearly even trading for both calls and puts. However, it may be worth mentioning that the largest concentration of contracts traded were in the July 2015 expiration $277.50 calls. There were 2,890 of these call contracts traded for this client, which equates to 289,000 shares. Remember, for every individual options contract is 100 shares. Therefore, a slight majority of investors expect the stock to remain above the $277.50 level for the remainder of July. However, overall sentiment for the month is pretty mixed. This changes as we look towards expectations for August 2015 through January 2016. As we can see in the example, though near-term options were mixed, as we look towards the longer-term time frame, call options largely outnumber put options. If this was your client, you would be able to let them know that though near-term expectations for price movement is mixed, as there are a near even amount of investors expecting the stock to decline, as expected to move higher. However, looking into the longer term, there is a broad consensus in the options market today that the stock is likely to be higher than it is currently trading. Now, looking into open interest for our example company, Tesla. 2. For open interest, you should be looking for new contracts which were recently offered for trading. Within this day of trading, for Tesla, you can see the July 2015 expiration $275 calls and the $275 put contracts were likely new contracts being offered. To identify these new contracts, you should be looking for the CVOL traded today relative to the total open interest for that contract, as well as the premium change. If the CVOL is higher or equal to the open interest for a particular contract, then it is likely that the contract just began to be traded today, as all the contracts are being traded at that time, sometimes multiple times. The premium is the amount one has to pay to purchase those contracts, and therefore the higher the premium, the higher the demand are for those options contracts. 3. Double-clipping a contract will bring up the option in a quote window. From there, the option's unique identifier can be pulled into a time and sale window to see the individual trades in the option. This will allow an analyst to see if it is one trade, multiple, or if the activity occurred on a specific exchange.